They were 83 men, and in 10 minutes, all of them would be dead. Pinned in an open swamp field. No cover, no escape. A hidden machine gun bunker cutting them down every time someone moved. Gunships couldn't fire. Artillery was too dangerous. Ammunition almost gone. From above, every pilot watching knew the truth. This was a massacre waiting to happen. Then one helicopter descended. Low. Too low. Suicidally low. April 12th, 1971, Ban Phu marshlands, southern Laos. 83 government troops are trapped in an open swamp field. They've been pinned down for nearly 3 hours. 6 are already dead, including their radio operator. Ammunition is running low. From somewhere inside a hidden jungle bunker, a heavy machine gun keeps tearing through the grass every time someone moves. Gunships tried. No angle. Artillery tried. Too close to friendlies. The infantry can't advance. They're slowly dying in place. Then, through the roar of rotors, a strange figure appears in the open door of a tiny scout helicopter, a man wearing a faded brown cavalry hat. First Lieutenant Daniel Rook Navarro drops his helicopter to barely 3 meters above the enemy bunker. Rotor wash throws mud and water everywhere. Bullets rip through the thin glass around him. He doesn't pull away. He doesn't fire rockets from a distance. He descends. Lower. Closer. Too close. He lands directly on top of the bunker. His crew chief jumps out, pulls a grenade, shoves it through a narrow firing slit, and dives back inside. Navarro yanks the collective. The helicopter lifts just as the bunker erupts beneath them. Silence. The machine gun is gone. 83 soldiers are alive because one pilot chose to land on the problem instead of flying away. This is the story of the most unconventional scout pilot of the Indochina conflict. The man who escaped a military hospital to return to combat, who once captured enemy scouts using only a jungle machete, and who survived being shot down 5 times in 1 year. Daniel Navarro wasn't meant to fly. He grew up in the dry ranch lands of northern Mexico, raised on horses, learning early that hesitation gets you hurt. Drafted in 1969, he volunteered for flight school instead of safe assignments. He flew low. Too low. Where others saw danger, he saw opportunity. His tiny observation helicopter skimmed the treetops, sometimes so close the rotor blades brushed leaves. Enemy fighters fired wildly, revealing their positions, and moments later gunships above would erase them. In his first month of combat, Navarro was shot down and badly injured, jaw broken, ribs shattered, evacuated to a hospital in Okinawa. 2 weeks later, jaw still wired shut, he walked out, boarded a cargo plane without orders, and returned to his unit. No paperwork, no permission, just war. Over the next year, he would crash 4 more times and return every single time. One afternoon in 1970, spotting movement in a river canal, Navarro landed, stepped into waist-deep water with a machete, and forced a hidden scout to surrender at blade point. The story spread fast. Enemy fighters began calling him the River Ghost. But the moment that defined him came in the marshlands of Ban Phu, the day he landed on the bunker. He understood something others didn't. The bunker's weapon could fire forward, not upward. At 3 meters above it, the gun couldn't elevate enough to hit him. It wasn't madness. It was geometry. For that action, Navarro received the Cross of Valor and a battlefield promotion. Survivors later wrote, "We were out of time, out of ammunition, and out of hope. He landed where no one else dared. We are alive because of him." Navarro flew over 1,800 combat hours, survived 5 shoot-downs, rescued wounded pilots from burning wreckage, and refused a third combat tour only after being ordered grounded. He later trained new pilots, teaching one principle: if the problem is killing your people, land on it.